In this class, we are going to see the phase changes. I hope in the previous courses only you have gone through the phase change when you have gone through the thermodynamics. There might you have seen the phase changes of the pure substances and phase changes of water molecules. So in this class, we are going to again rediscuss that particular thing. Why? Because it is very important to the present subject of TE2, and also it is prerequisite for the TE2 subject. So that I would like to again discuss this topic, phase change of the substances here. Now, in the phase change of substance, first you have to see you are getting this. This is process of phase changes. There are three types of phases we are having here in the thermodynamics. That is, one is called solid, liquid, and gas. Solid means mainly we consider solid means mainly we consider what? We consider ice. Solid means why? Because in thermodynamics we are having the more interested discuss about the water only. So the water solid form is what? Ice. And from there, if you supply the energy, have you seen in this particular diagram? In this diagram, we're having the two coordinates. One coordinate y coordinate, we're having the temperature. On the x coordinate, we are having the energy. The energy is nothing but that is a heat energy. That is energy is nothing but what? Heat energy. So if you start like solid, from the solid, if you give the heat energy, it will melt the solid and it will convert solid into liquid. It will convert solid into liquid. So this process is called fusion. And next, for example, after converting solid into liquid, if you again add the energy, if you again giving the heat energy continuously, that liquid will convert into gas. The gas is nothing but steam. Why? Because in the phase change, most of the times we'll take phase change for the pure substance. What is called pure substance? Pure substance is water. So what is the solid form of the water? That is ice. The liquid form of the water is water only, and the gaseous form of the water is called as what? Steam. So why we are going through this phase change again means, I already said in yesterday's class, this particular subject TE2 is discussing about the steam power plant about to 3 units, about to 3.5 units. It is only discussing about the power plants. In the power plants, what is the cycle we are running? That is steam power cycle. The Rankine cycle, nothing but a steam power cycle. So that you should have some knowledge about the steam. So for that reason, we are taking the phase change here. So what are the phases we are having here? Solid, liquid, and gas. So you just once again you go through it. Conversion of solid to liquid is called fusion, and conversion of liquid to gas is called as a vaporization. So in the next slide, I will give you the more details here. See, in the next slide we can see here what we are seeing here. What we are seeing here, types of latent heats. Types of latent heat. Already I said that in the previous diagram. In the previous diagram, we have seen on the x coordinate we are having the energy. The energy is nothing but what? Heat energy. If you give the heat energy, solid will convert into liquid. Again, if you give the heat energy, the liquid will convert into gas. So the types of heats are available. The heat which is required to convert the solid into liquid and liquid into gas is called as a latent heat. And there are three types of latent heats we are having. One is a latent heat of sublimation. Here you can see latent heat of sublimation is nothing but the energy required to convert solid to gas or vice versa. That means what? Energy required to convert solid to gas or gas to solid is called latent heat of sublimation. And in the diagram also you can see, we can see here, the gas conversion into solid or solid conversion into gas is called what? Latent heat of sublimation. Next, in the second, we can see energy required to convert liquid to gas or vice versa is called latent heat of vaporization. The conversion of water into gas is called vaporization, and also gas into water is called vaporization. The energy required to convert liquid to gas or vice versa is called latent heat of vaporization. In this diagram, we can see liquid to gas, latent heat of vaporization, liquid to gas, latent heat of vaporization. And sometimes we are calling conversion of gas into liquid called latent heat of condensation also. We can call it as vaporization and also condensation. Next, in the third, we have energy required to convert a liquid to solid or vice versa. Liquid to solid or vice versa. That means what? Making ice into water or hot water into ice is called as a latent heat of fission. The energy required to convert a liquid to solid or vice versa is called latent heat of fission. Is called latent heat of fission. So we have three types of phases. One is solid, liquid, and gas. And for the change of phase, we require the heat energy. For the change of phase, we require the heat energy, and there the energy which is required to change the phase is called latent heat. See, in the previous diagram, we can see here. See, in the previous one, we can see here. See, here we can see there are three phases. One is solid, liquid, gas. So, in order to change the phases, we require the heat energy. The energy here in the thermodynamics, energy is heat energy. So, in order to change the phases, we require the energy, that is heat energy, and this energy is called, the energy what we are giving to convert the phases is called latent heat. Latent heat, and there are three types of latent heats. One is sublimation, second one is vaporization, and third one is latent heat of fusion. And in the diagram we can see what are the types of latent heats. Gas to solid or solid to gas, sublimation. Water to gas or gas to water is vaporization. Liquid to solid or solid to liquid is latent heat of fission. And after this, we have to see the formation of steam. So here I am giving the explanation of formation of steam, and after this, kindly write it. Okay. So listen to me, guys. Are you getting me? Hello. హలో వినబడుతుంది కదా? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను మీకు లాటెంట్ హీట్ ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ స్టీమ్ అనేది కొంచెం ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్, మంచిగా వినండి. సో లిసన్ టు మీ హియర్. ఐఎమ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ ది ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ స్టీమ్ హియర్. Formation of steam. For example, you do one thing. For example, if you consider at one point, now in this class we are going to consider one experiment here. See, listen to me. One experiment. In this one experiment, the pressure of the experiment will be, or the pressure of this particular condition will be 1 bar. The pressure of this throughout the experiment is what? It is a 1 bar. And at 1 bar, you do one thing. You just consider one point. This is point 1. Now you take this point 1 is minus 10 degrees of ice. What I am asking to do? You take point 1 as what? Minus 10 degrees of ice. Next, you consider the point 2. The point 2, you consider it as 0 degrees of ice. So, what I am asking here, for example, if you consider point 1, the point 1 is, what I am asking to consider, point 1 as what? Point 1 as a minus 10 degrees of ice. So, from the point 1, if you give the heat for minus degrees of ice, if you supply amount of heat, what happens? If you supply amount of heat, that means if you're heating the ice, minus 10 degrees of ice, what it will do? It will never convert immediately into water. You may think that if you start heating the ice will become water immediately, but it will not immediately happens. For example, if the ice at minus 10 degrees, First, what it will do, by taking the heat what you have supplied, it will increase its temperature up to what? From minus 10 degrees to like minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, up to what? 0 degrees. What it will do? From the minus 10 degrees, it will increase its temperature up to minus, it will increase its temperature up to 0 degrees. Now in our experiment, pressure is 1 bar and state 1 is minus 10 degrees of ice. And after at minus 10 degrees of ice, if you supply the heat, that a temperature of ice will become 0 degrees. So from the point 2, what is point 2 here? Point 2 is 0 degrees of ice. So from the point 2, if you again supply the heat, from the point 2, if you again supply heat, that means if you again heating the 0 degrees of ice, if you again heat the 0 degrees of ice, what happens? What happens here? Here the ice will convert as a water. The 0.3 will be what? The 0.3 will be 0 degrees of water. The 0.3 will be 0 degrees of water. 0.1 is minus 10 degrees of ice. If you heat the minus 10 degrees of ice, it will increase its temperature to 0 degrees. And from the 0 degrees of ice, if you again heat that 0 degrees ice, that ice will convert into water at 0 degrees. Ice will convert into water at 0 degrees. So that is a 0.3. 0.1 is minus 10 degrees of ice. 0.2 is 0 degrees of ice. 0.3 is 0 degrees of water. 0.3 is 0 degrees of water. From the 0.3, again if you further supply the heat, so this water will become saturated water at 0.4. If you again continuously supply the heat to the 0 degrees of water, this will become saturated water. This will become saturated water. What is called saturation? At the given pressure, that is the highest temperature. At the given pressure, that is called highest temperature is called saturated water. Saturated means what? At a given pressure, it is a maximum temperature. What it can hold is called as saturation temperature. So saturated water means at a given pressure, water has its maximum temperature. What is a given pressure in the experiment? Anyone can answer?
1 bar, sir.
1 bar. So at 1 bar, what is the saturation temperature of water?
Minus 10 degrees.
At 1 bar, what is the saturation temperature of water?
Saturation temperature 100 degrees.
That is
centigrade.
very good, very good. That is nothing but boiling point of the water. Saturated means what? Boiling point of water. What is the boiling point of water? That is 100 degrees. So if from the 0 degrees of water, if you supply the heat, what is happening? If you supply the heat from the 0 degrees, if you supply the heat, the 0 degrees of water is becoming as what? The 0 degrees of water is becoming as a saturated water. At 1 bar, saturation temperature is 100 degrees. And from the 0.4 also, if you again add the heat, from the 0.4 also, if you again add the heat, this will become a saturated steam. This will become a saturated steam. Saturated steam means the water will convert into steam at saturated temperature. What is the saturation temperature of steam at 1 bar? That is also 100 degrees. That is also 100 degrees. Now what is a 0.5 here? 0.5 is saturated steam. That means 100 degrees of steam. Again from the 0.5 also, if you heat the steam, the steam will increase its temperature. What it will do? Steam will increase its temperature. This is called superheating. After the 0.5 also, if you again heat it, it will become a superheated steam. So now here, my point is that now here, you see, what are the points we are having here? One is minus degrees of ice. Second is 0 degrees of ice. Third is 0 degrees of water, 4th is saturated water, 5th is saturated steam, and after the 0.5, if you again heat it, it will consider as a superheating steam or superheated steam here. Now my point is that actually I need to discuss about the types of heats here. So now if you see, please all of you avoid the noise and on your mics and answer my questions. Okay, na? This should be two directional way. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, in this from the point 1 we are adding the heat. Now what is happening here? Here there is any phase change in 1 to 2?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, what
No.
is happening? Only temperature is increasing.
Temperature.
Increasing.
Only temperature is.
Temperature.
So what is the heat? What is the heat only increasing the temperature is called sensible heat. Okay, Nara? What is the heat? What is the heat? Only increasing the temperature. It is not changing the phase. In the 1 to 2, we are supplying the heat, but this heat is not changing the phase. It is only increasing the temperature. So this kind of heat is called sensible heat. This kind of heat is called what? Sensible
heat.
Okay, where we can expect the sensible heat? See, మీరు పాయింట్స్ మొదలు చెప్పండి. 1 to 2 is sensible heat. Okay, na?
Sensible.
And one more point is there. Sensible heat point. You tell me what is the point?
3 to 4. 3 to 4.
Yeah,
Sir.
yes,
3 to
exactly.
4.
Exactly.
3
1
to
to 2 is sensible heat, and again 3 to 4 also
3 to 4.
3 to 4 also
Sensible heat.
sensible heat. Why? Because in the 3 to 4, this phase is not changing. Only water is increasing its temperature. Water increasing its
Yes, sir.
temperature. So that
Temperature.
so it is also called as what? Sensible heat.
Sensible heat.
This is also sensible heat. And after now, if you observe the point 2 to 3, the heat which is added from the point 2 is converting the ice into water. That means it is changing the phase. The phase changing heat is called what? Latent heat.
Latent
So
heat.
here,
Latent heat.
this kind of heat is called what? Latent heat. Latent heat. Okay, now for our subject, we only consider 0.3 onwards. Okay, now you just consider from this point only. Why? Because in the boiler we are only converting water into steam or steam into water in the condenser. We are not taking the 1 and 2. Okay, Nara? In our subject, in the concept I told it, but in our subject we are not taking the point 1 and 2. From where we are considering?
2.
From point 3 we are considering. That is what? 0 degrees of water. So I am discussing about this point 3 here. So now from the point 3, what is the heat we are adding? That is called sensible heat. That is called what?
Heat.
Sensible heat.
Sensible heat.
And also it is indicating with HF. It is indicating with what? HF. HF means, H means heat, F means fluid. Okay, now in the 3 to 4, the water is being water only. It is not changing its fluid. It is being fluid only. So that what is the heat we are giving in 3 to 4 is called as sensible heat, and we are indicating it what? HF. HF means fluid heat. HF means what? Fluid heat. Heat of fluid. HF. And in the 4 to 5, what you are doing in the 4 to 5? The heat which you are adding in the 4 to 5, is increasing the it is changing the phase. So it is called as a latent heat. It is called as a
Latent heat.
And it is indicated by HFG. And HFG. What is the meaning of HFG? Meaning of HFG is heat required to convert fluid into gas. HFG means what? Heat required
to convert fluid into gas.
Heat required to convert fluid into gas. F means fluid to gas. HFG. FG means fluid to gas. In the 4 to 5, the heat which is given is HFG. That is nothing but latent heat. Why? Because it is changing the phase, and it is indicated with the HFG. And after 0.5, also we are adding the heat. That is called superheat. That is called what? Superheat, and it is indicated with H suffix of super. Okay, now 3 to 4 we are adding the heat. It is for increase of temperature, so it is called sensible heat. It is indicating with HF. And 4 to 5 we are adding the heat to change the phase. It is called latent heat and it is indicated with HFG, and also after the 0.5, we are adding the heat to increase the temperature of steam,
Temperature of steam.
so that is called as superheat. That is called as superheat. Now here, for example, if I ask one question here, what is the amount of heat carrying by the water at 0.4? What is your answer?
Amount of heat.
What is the total
Boiling
heat?
point.
What is the total heat of water at 0.4? Heat.
100 degrees.
100.
Array,
Up
100
to
degrees
100
is
point, sir.
100 degrees is temperature.
Yeah.
100 degrees is temperature, not heat. What is the
0 to
amount?
100.
Saturated heat.
What is the amount of heat carried by the water at 0.4? That is nothing but HF. Only HF we are having here. What is the heat we are having here? Only HF we are having here. So
HF.
at 0.4, it is only having what? HF.
HF.
At 0.5, what it is having?
HFG.
HFG.
Only HFG, no?
Plus H super.
HF.
Superheat.
HF plus HFG.
HF and
HF
HFG.
plus HFG.
Up to 0.5, HF plus
HF plus HFG.
HFG. Okay, na. And for example, after 0.5, if you consider 1.6, for example, if you consider 1.6 here, so at 0.6, what is the temperature? What is the heat it is having? See, I am writing
HF
point.
plus HFG plus HF.
HF plus HFG plus H super.
HF superheater.
So I'm writing point wise here. At 0.4, it is having only HF. Okay, now at 0.5, it is having HF plus HFG. At 0.6, it is having how much heat? HF
HF plus HFG
plus
HFG plus
H super.
H super.
it is a total amount of heat. These are what? Total amounts of heat at given points. So now here, if you want to take the amount of heat at any point, we have to analyze all the things. At 0.4, what is the heat we added? Up to 0.4, we only added HF. So that the total heat of the 0.4 is what? HF. The total heat of the 0.5 is what? HF plus HFG. And total heat of the 6 is what? HF plus HFG plus H superheat here. So now here, all of listen to me. In order to convert 1 kg of ice, for example, if you see here, what is our pressure of experiment? 1 bar. Pressure of experiment or 1 bar. So you consider if you want to convert 1 kg of water, 1 kg of water, 1 kg of water at 100 degrees into steam. So what I am asking here, in order to convert 1 kg of water at 100 degrees into steam at 1 bar, we required HFG amount as 2257 kilojoules. How much? In order to convert 1 kg of saturated water or nothing but 1 kg of water at 100 degrees at 1 bar pressure, we required latent heat of how much? 2257 kilojoules. 2257 kilojoules. So if you give 2257 kilojoules, total 1 kg will convert into steam. For example, if you give only 82% of, if you give only 80% of 2257, only 80% of 1 kg water will convert into steam. Are you getting my point? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying
Yes,
here,
sir.
actually,
Yes,
in order to convert 1 kg of water into steam at 100 degrees and 1 bar, how much we required? We required 2257 kilojoules of heat. If you give full 2257 kilojoules of heat, 1 kg will convert into steam. Total 1 kg will convert into steam. For example, if you're not giving full 2257 kilojoules of heat, if you're giving some 2000 kilojoules, or if you're giving some 1500 kilojoules only, that means in the percentage, if you say, for example, if you're giving 80% of 2257 only, then 80% of 1 kg only convert into steam. Total 1 kg will not convert into steam unless until if you supply total amount which is required to convert. You're getting my point? If you
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
like, so this is a this is a condition for what? So for example, if it is not total water is not converted into steam, only 80% of the steam is converted into only 80% of water is converted into steam, then you indicate with the x, that is nothing but dryness fraction, as 0.8. As what? 0. X is equal 0.
0.8.
X is equal 0.8 means what? Only 80% of water is converted into steam. 20% being as water only. 80% converted into steam means remaining 20% will be like water only. Remaining 20% will be like water only. So that if you give 75% of 2257, what is the value of x? Hello guys. If you give
0.75. 0.75.
that is what? Dryness fraction of the steam. That means how much steam is available in given water. 75% of 1 kg steam will be available there. So now here, if I want to write the formulas for, write the formulas for any point here, for example, you at 0.5, if total water is converted into steam, what is the value of H? Hello.
Sir.
At 0.5, total water is converted into steam, that means x is equal to 100%.
Yes, sir.
What is the value of H? What is the value of H?
HF plus HF.
It is
HF
what?
plus HFG.
HF
HF plus HFG.
HF plus
HFG.
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 So what happened here? Total water is converted as steam. So this is called dry steam. This is called what? Dry steam. If total water is converted as a steam, that is called dry steam. For that formula is what? HF plus HFG, and also we are considering it as Hg. It has what? Hg. Why Hg? Heat of gas. G means what? Gas. Okay, now we are considering this H as Hg, and the formula will be what? H is equal to HF plus HFG. And after, for example, if total water is not converted as a steam, so now what is the formula for H?
HF plus HFG minus H3.
Nora, HF plus how much amount of HFG you has given? Here, for example,
80%.
here 80% of HFG you has given. So that is indicated with what? X.
X
That
into
is-
HFG.
X.
So here,
HF plus X.
HF plus
here
X
we
into
write
HFG.
HF plus X into
X.
HFG.
HFG.
This is the formula, and it is called as wet steam.
Wet steam.
If water is not converted totally into steam, that is called wet steam. Wet steam formula is what? HF plus X into HFG. What is X here? Dryness fraction. X is what? Dryness fraction. So that is indicating how much amount of latent heat we have given to the water. Either it is 80% means 0.8, 75% means 0.75, like that. Okay. Now, are you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now in this class, what we have seen? We have seen stages in the phase changes, and also we have seen types of heats like sensible heat, latent heat, and superheat. And also we have seen the notations how we are indicating sensible heat. We are indicating the sensible heat with the HF, and we are indicating latent heat with the HFG. And also we have seen what is the measurement of heat, how to measure the heat at different points. At 0.4 it is HF only. At 0.5 it is HF plus HFG. If the steam is wet, the formula will be HF plus X into HFG, like this. So once again I'm repeating the guys. These two formulas are very important. These two formulas, dry steam heat formula and wet steam heat formula. These two things you should know. When you have to take HF plus HFG, hello? When you have to take steam heat as HF plus HFG,
When 100% of water
When
is converted
100%
into
of water is saturated.
So simply you can say when steam is dry saturated, we can when steam is dry, we can take H is equal to HF plus HFG. Next, when steam is wet, H is equal to HF plus H into.
HF plus
In a
H into
similar way,
HFG.
entropy also there. Entropy, you know, na, S entropy. For
Yes, sir.
entropy also same. SF plus SHG for dry steam. Next, S is equal to SF plus X into HFG for wet steam. Now this dry is considered as what? SG, gas. Here also, when it is a dry steam, we are considering H is equal to what? HG. In a similar way,
HG.
entropy also S is equal to SG for dry. But you should not consider wet steam S as SG. Okay, Nara? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You should not consider
Sir.
wet steam H as HG. Only we should consider dry steam H as HG. What is H here? Many times I'm saying H. What is H?
Heat.
Dryness fraction, sir.
H rare H.
Enthalpy, sir.
H is what? H is nothing but enthalpy. H is nothing but what? Enthalpy. Enthalpy or total heat. What it is called? H is nothing but what? Enthalpy or total heat.
Total.
And also we know that H is called CPT. Telsa?
No, sir.
While you discussing thermodynamics, gas properties, properties of gases, have you seen? Avogadro's law,
Yes, sir.
Gallagher's law,
sir.
Boyle's law. There you have seen H is called CPT. H is equal to CPT. Okay, I will explain later. So this is in this class we have seen phase changes and different types of latent heats, and also different types of different types of heads for the steams. When it is dry, H is called HF plus HFG, and when it is wet, H is called HF plus X into HFG. What is X here? X. What is
Dryness fraction.
dryness fraction?
Percentage.
Okay, na? Right. And one more thing, I will record this video. Already I am recording this video, so I will send the link of this particular video. Now you do one thing. By seeing this video, you write down the notes what I have wrote here. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now when you have the time, free time, what you do? You go through the link. You go through the link and write down the notes. This is very important for our subject. Okay, na?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And thank you for listening. I'm just concluding this class. Right? If you have any queries, you can ask. Right? We are running out of the time. Hello, guys. Is there doubt on that?
Sir.
Thank you.
No. So anyway, if you have any doubts, if you get any doubts, you just note down and ask in the next class. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Ra. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Sir.